Alright, today it is August 29th of 2017. It's after 12 years remembering Katrina. I want to go ahead and talk about everything I remembered. It's been after 12 years. We did not evacuate because we weren't expecting flood and whatnot. But since we lived by a river, we got more than water. All right, we didn't get that much. I mean, we didn't get that much storm damage and all that, but still, we got some flood come up in our house and whatnot. So it's It's in the early morning, and it was around. I don't remember which time it was because I was too young to remember. If my calculations are correct here, I think we lost power at around maybe, I have to say 4 a.m. of the 29th. I don't exactly remember, but and then we all got up at around. I mean, most of our family was here at this house where I am right now. During all this, we did not evacuate one bit. But anywho, it was around, I think, 9 a.m. my mom said. It was we were getting ready to make. I think we were making breakfast. I don't even know how I remember all this stuff, but somehow I do. We were making breakfast, and then the next thing you know, I don't remember what time my mom said the water came in, but one of my uncles witnessed that there's water coming on the street. Alright, so we got the attic ready and whatnot, just in case. Then, so we got prepared and all. Well, I don't know, anywho. We had water come up in this darn house. According to my mom over here, at least 4 feet of water, she said. Maybe a little more than that. But this is at my great-grandmother, or Momo's house, that is. She got 4 feet. Now, over at my mom's house, next door, since her house ain't built directly on the ground, her house got 2 feet, I believe, according to her, and whatnot. Yeah. So we had water come up in here. And then that's when the worst part got started. The refrigerators and stuff were floating around. One of my aunts barely got knocked out by it. Almost did, but somehow did not. That's all. I remember something about that. I remember something like that. What else? While my momo and them were watching the storm, the winds and stuff from inside the front door, most of us were up in the, well, especially the younger kids and whatnot, including me and all of them, my sister and them. We were all up in the attic. My younger sister, who was, I think she was 2 or 3. Yeah, she was 2, I believe. She was sitting down in that high chair in the kitchen, but the water kept causing the chair to float. She started crying, I guess, or some sort. Mom had to get her out and put her up in the attic. I don't know. Anywho, so we were just riding it. All of us survived, at least. All of us survived during the storm, thank goodness. And yeah, it's really just a simple story. I'm just proving to y'all that I remember mostly everything. I know my voice is a little seems a little mumbly or a little deep because I'm still tired. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm just. I don't know why I'm even recording this. I'm like, I'm making this like raw footage on a cassette tape while I'm recording on my desktop PC to go on YouTube. But yeah, it's pretty much simple as that. I'm trying to think what else I could talk about because before I end off this voice clip. I don't want to be burning up the tape and wasting the tape's time and all. Well, it's an hour it's 1 hour long tape, so it shouldn't hurt nothing whatsoever. Let me adjust this mic. I should have had this mic properly adjusted before I started recording and whatnot. But yeah, it's just I just remember everything and all. And I understand it was a sad day and whatnot. I know there was a Hurricane Harvey headed. It was in the Texas coast, I believe. And but now I think it was downgraded to a tropical storm last to check. And I think it was supposed to be headed towards Louisiana sometime later this week, but I'm not sure. But then it was supposed to hit our state, I believe, and then it. I think I saw on the radar whenever the worst part of it was supposed to evaporate around us. All that dry air was supposed to dry out by the time it was hit our state. You know what I mean, and all. You know what I mean. But yeah, Texas got some really bad weather and whatnot. Why am I even talking about this? Let me stay focused on Katrina. Good Lord. Alright. So, getting back to Katrina, which I was originally talking about to begin with. I don't know where Harvey came from. I think about a few months later, maybe to almost a year now, this company gave us these campers to live in. Now, at least that was good for them. They had, like, my mom had her own camper, my mom had one. A few other of my family members had one too. But shoot, that thing, it was nice and all, but we weren't able to keep it for long. That's just until we got our houses restored and all. But we didn't get. All our houses weren't completely destroyed and all. We just did a few repairs, like we painted the walls and stuff like that, and fixed a few things and all that. But it wasn't that major because if it wasn't for all the flooding, our house wouldn't be completely destroyed. We didn't get that much wind damage, as far as I know. But yeah. Just remembering 12 years. It's hard to believe it's 12 years after Katrina hit. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about before I wrap up this footage. But yeah, it's just can't think of it. Can't explain any specific, sort of. But when Katrina came, all our cars was basically destroyed and all. And let's hope. I'm just praying that that this kind of stuff won't happen again sometime in the future. That we won't get all that water up in our house like we did on August 29th, 2005. But since I don't get it, I just don't get it. I'm autistic and a tech genius, as you guys can probably know. And somehow, I don't know how I remember back to my early days, but I do a little. But I don't know why, but I was just basically a hardhead back in the day. I mean, I'm still to this day, but not childishly hard-headed. Because yeah. I mean, I am still a hardhead today, it's just not not like I once was. It's a different kind of hardhead and whatnot. So, let's see. Now, I know I shouldn't be recording this from the tape because there was something already recorded on it that never was probably used in God Tellings. But it still works today. I hope the quality sounds good on it too. Should have tried to find some blank recordable cassette tapes. The vintage kind, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic here. Oh yeah. Not much else. It's just this. I'm just all speechless and all. But I'm just really speechless and whatnot. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts on remembering Katrina. But there ain't nothing much else to talk about, really, as far as I know. Really isn't that much. But I think I'm just about, I think, at least 20 minutes to maybe half of the footage on this cassette tape. There's nothing else I can think about to talk anyway. And this is recorded on this cassette tape, and I'm actually recording on my computer at the same time. Oops, I mean to bump mic, so I can get the one on my computer possibly uploaded on YouTube. And this one I just want to record just for memories and all and whatnot. It's just, I just like doing these kind of things. I know the cassette tapes are obsolete in all these days, but they still use for rare purposes and whatnot. Excuse me. Well, yeah, I think that's about it. I gotta quit bumping this microphone. I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all hearing bumping noises. Well, yeah, about 13 minutes, according to the recording on my computer, about 13 minutes in. But, yeah, it's not much else. It's just I understand it's a sad day and all. Why am I already repeating things I already said? But yeah. Now there's something else I wanted to talk about. This is another thing that I forgot to mention. My dad had this is when he was still living with my mom at the time. Well, they were already divorced and whatnot. And he was working on I can't think what it was, like an older Chevelle or something. What year was it? I apologize if I'm wrong for this. I think it was around 60, maybe 67. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. But he'd been working on that until Katrina came and had them screw it up and whatnot. And I apologize for my minor language up in this video. Well, I'm sorry, not this video, this voice recording. Why I'm so used to calling it video, I don't know why. But yeah, he'd been working on. He even had his own shed or shop during that time. But now, a few years later, my mom's got that little shed out there now. If I could it's sometime in the future. If only if I could rebuild it like a big old shed or whatever, or at least turn it into a balcony and whatnot, so I can have a pool, or just it'd be a real good project. 'Cause I just like doing all kind of things. It depends on if I'm down to it and all. Like I like cleaning house and what else? I like plumbing and it's all different kind of things and all. Why am I even off topic? Good God Almighty, I don't even realize I'm off topic. Now but yeah. Things have been. Why am I getting ready to say that? Things have been stressful. Okay, you know what? Enough talk. Let me try to think. I'm trying to think. Do my best to think and explain about what went on during Katrina. But no, I keep on getting off topic and whatnot. I'm just fooling myself, wasting this time. So I already said my dad had like it was a Chevelle, I believe it was. At least a 67, or maybe not even that. It might have been, I don't even remember what year. Because I can't remember simple things like that. But anywho. So, now, I think it was a few days later or so, maybe a few weeks. I don't remember which day it was. We went up to my dad's trailer. I'm not going to discuss for location purposes. I ain't going to explain where it's at. Just for public purposes. Because again, I am posting this on YouTube at the same time. Well, not posting yet. I'm getting a record and then I'm going to post it. So, I'm not going to discuss the location. All right, anywho. So, we went up to my dad's trailer. It was about maybe a week or so after Katrina. And we went up to one of my grandma's house that kind of lives. Well, my dad's trailer lived down a dead end road. My grandma's house lived. It was she lives on a road that's somewhere, and it's on a highway, but it's actually in a driveway on a highway. But you know what I mean. But anywho, I don't know. I did not like this at the time, but I hate to regret myself for this. Most of us, we all had to sleep up in our garage. We had the gas generator going. We had the big fan going. All that kind of stuff. I could barely sleep. Shoot, that generator run out of gas, it would pow, make backfire and all that. Scared the crap out of me and whatnot. I did not like those kind of sounds. I mean, I had to cover my ears and all because I can't stand sound when things pop like that. But I'll get used to. I kind of get used to it every now and then. I get used to it now. It's not a big deal. I just didn't like it. But yeah, we all slept up in there, even though when it was freaking hot and whatnot. It was probably a mess too. Now I think before all that or whenever I'm trying to think. So me and my sister, my younger sister, we were at the my dad's trailer. We had to get a baths outside. Now that I don't even recall. I can't even recall, but I remember someone saying that my younger sister did not like that. I don't remember though. I don't remember none about that, really. But some things I remember, and other things I don't. So yeah, I had to get baths outside and we had to use those. I think it was those jugs of water and whatnot. And yeah, it's just a sad day, you know. But it's pretty much explains what went on during Hurricane Katrina. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're getting back to my mom's house for a second. We had two of our dogs. One of them, I don't know what breed it was. My mom don't even remember what breed he was. We named him Rocky. He was a mix. He was some kind of mixed. I don't even remember, to be honest. And we had another one. Her name was Prissy, and she was a Shih Tzu, if I said that right. All right. So, it was during Katrina when all the water came. Rocky knew better to stay on the porch. Again, my mom's house did not get that much water, but Rocky knew better to stay on the porch and survive. While Prissy, on the other hand, she was just basically a hardhead and whatnot. Unfortunately, she did not make it because she got underneath the house. She drowned it, I think, my mom said. I don't even know if she's telling the truth or not, but yeah, she did not make it. Rocky survived. Oh, I thought I saw something pop up on my computer. I'm sorry, but yeah, Rocky survived. But he got really. I could have sworn he was just a little puppy before all those Katrina, but then he just got really. Well, he's not here anymore. He unfortunately passed away. I think, according to my mom, I think he either had heartworms or it was just like a hot day. I think he might have had like some kind of heat stroke or somewhat. I don't even know if dogs can have heat strokes. But I think that's either. But if it's possible, Rocky probably had a heat stroke or something. Or maybe he had heartworms. Ain't no telling. My mom's probably not even telling me the truth. And basically he was just old and all, so that's why. Also, over at my mama's house, she had a Chihuahua. Her name was Sassy. She made it through Katrina at least. Yes, she was just a friendly Chihuahua. Unfortunately, she did not like it when toddlers tried to mess with her because she didn't like that kind. She would snap on them and all. But at least she was friendly to me as I grew up with her. But before she passed away and whatnot, we actually had to help her. I'm sorry for getting off topic. This is just a few years ago. Sorry for all off-topicness. We had to help her actually carry her out because she had leg. She had some leg issues and whatnot. She was just an old dog, so we had to help her. We had to actually carry her outside, and all, go to the bathroom and all. All right, and also I think I'm glad I'm actually talking about this, because this is in memory of also my mama, who sadly passed away. I know I mentioned this on one of my YouTube videos that it wasn't a previously upload because that was part 2 to the one before that. Yeah. She unfortunately passed away. She was a really good, she was a great, really good, perfect, well, I'm sorry, she was a perfect, great grandmother to me, and all. But that's just the way it is. But no, I'm not really too upset about it, I know, but it's really stressing me and all. This is why things have been quiet down here and whatnot. Alright, but that should about do it. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this footage here. This is going to include the raw footage on both of the cassette tape and the sound recording. Oop.